Hi family, it's your girl Sheila and I'm coming to you once again from the battle station. I am joined by our sister, our mentor, our favorite guest, Lisa Johnson. And it is, as always, it's a pleasure to have her here. She's a very busy lady, and so anytime that she can come by the battle station and drop some knowledge on us, give us some things to think about. I know every time I have a conversation with her, I need a couple of days to recover from it. And so whenever she's here, we want to make sure that we get some of those soulful conversations on tape so that we can share them with all of you. So we posted a video as an introduction of Lisa Johnson, and tell the folks what's on your shirt.
Oh, my shirt says Healed Girls Rock.
Healed Girls Rock. And so that is one of the ministry assignments that has been gifted, not just given, but gifted to Lisa Johnson in this journey called life. She is absolutely called to walk alongside those who are ready and intentional about doing inner healing work. And so from the last video, there's been a little stir. You done had a little stir around Healed Girls Rock. She's, people on Twitter are following her, looking for her on Instagram, and wanting to hear more about this concept, about this idea. I sit here as a student of this work, but for those who are still curious, we don't want to put the perception out there that Healed Girls Rock is for one demographic.
Exactly.
So tell our audience, how are you defining this big word in the middle, girls? Who are you talking about?
When I talk about girls, Sheila, I'm talking about females from 0 to 115.
Okay.
And I say from 0 because research is being done about the trauma that's being done to prenatal
Yes.
births, and how those are affecting our lives even before we're called into the earth realm. So my conversation earlier with Sheila was that if we could get 10 girls who are 10 to 21 to get on a healing journey, that they would start to identify places in their lives where they're being traumatized or where they're being affected negatively. If we can get them to come alongside us as the elder women, to start their healing journeys early, their lives can flourish at a greater level in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s. I wasn't introduced to this work until I was mid-40, and I know what a transformation that has taken place in my life as a result of the work.
Ditto.
So
Ditto.
Yeah. So my prayer is that we don't just reach out to a demographic of women who are 30 and over, or 40 and over, because if we can get our young sisters to start to recognize dysfunctional behaviors, to start looking at things that we're listening to start looking at what society says and who society says that they are, and know the truth about who they are and who they have been created to be,
right,
they can live a much richer life,
right,
because they won't buy into some of the lies that we bought into. They won't buy into the things that people say that they are. They won't allow dysfunctional people, not just men, but dysfunctional people,
good point,
to be in their lives. They will recognize them when they show up because they will have been on a healing journey from a much younger age. And one of the things that is important to me is that I've had a couple people to say to me when I was selling t-shirts that they want t-shirts that say "Heal Women Rock." Well, if your little girl hasn't been healed, your woman can't rock.
All right.
And you said that the demographic is greater than just healed girls. Healed people rock.
Yes, absolutely.
So I don't want to leave our brothers out.
Right.
Because one of the things that's important in that area is they want to be with a healthy woman.
Absolutely.
Who can make them rock.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so.
Absolutely. Okay, so as I said, I'm a student of this work. I am one who, without shame, will tell anybody that I have sat at the feet of this woman and absorbed. I drank it in, I ate it in, I slathered it on me. Because at the end of the day, we know when something's not right.
Right.
We can bling out, we can dress it up, we can get its hair done every 2 weeks, we can get her nails done every 2 weeks, but if our insides are rotting and we are leaking that toxicity everywhere that we go, in every relationship, we're doing it on our jobs, we're doing it with our children, we're doing it with those significant others. We're leaving the residue of all of that on all of these other people. Talk to us about what that brave first step was like for you. Because it really is about that first. It's not that we don't know we need help. It's not that we don't know that's not quite right. But talk to this audience about where the little girl found you. And you knew, okay, it's not just that something is wrong, but I'm ready.
Now, how real do you want me to be?
I want you to be as real as you are comfortable being.
Okay. So
which I know is real. I know how real that is.
So the truth of the matter is, I was in a marriage that I thought I was going to be in forever.
We did too.
Yeah. right.
We did too.
Right. Yeah, I got divorced and I got you all.
She got us in the divorce.
In the divorce. Yes. They were a part of the divorce decree. No, seriously. I thought I was in a marriage that I thought I was going to be in forever.
Yeah.
And I went to seek counsel, wise counsel, upon my divorce. And it still wasn't getting to what I needed it to get to. Mm-hmm. The counselor was a phenomenal counselor, is a phenomenal counselor, but he was teaching me to cope. And I know that I wasn't created to cope.
Right.
Yeah. So I stumbled into a class and found formational prayer, which got to the root cause of why I was living the way that I was living. And I was living beneath my privilege.
Absolutely. Goodness.
I was wounded. I was worn. But I was dressing it up.
Yeah.
I was macking it out. I was shopping it out. I was eating it out. I was performing all of these dysfunctional behaviors only to anesthetize the pain that I was actually living in. Right. I was smoking it out. If I'm completely honest, I was smoking enough weed to create acres of marijuana. Preaching the gospel, singing in the choir, living a complete lie because I was trying to anesthetize the pain from childhood.
Wow. Not just from the marriage.
No. Marriage is what got me to the counselor.
Okay.
Or divorce is what got me to the counselor.
Yeah.
But God in his infinite wisdom knew that me getting to the counselor and starting to feel better was going to make me hungry for more.
Yeah.
Okay. So I got formational prayer and I started to look at where I was wounded. And I was wounded because I'd been molested. By a family member, but I was 6 years old when I told my parents that I'd been molested.
What makes us do that? Let's stop right there for a second. What makes us do that? Some of us are surrounded by people, and in that audience, there's usually, we hope, one person who can see, who's not gonna just allow you to continue to act like everything's good. And they're not going to pretend like they don't know something's not right. But what makes us hold it after we're older and after, when we could really unload it? And I understand when you're a child and you don't know who to tell and you're scared and maybe you've been threatened not to tell. But does that really just bleed over into adulthood, or why do we wait? Why do we wait?
Typically because we don't want to disrupt the family if it's been a family member.
Okay.
Or
absolutely.
Some people tell and parents don't believe it.
It's a lot of that.
And if the statistics are true, and I believe they are, that 1 in 4 women. So when you think about a room.
Put that out there. Wow.
Of 100 women, you've got 25 who have been affected by some level of sexual or domestic violence, who are living a lie, covering it up, telling people that they're fine. And one of the things I learned from that wise counselor was feelings in need of experience or being exposed is what fine means. Those are feelings in need of exposure that you're living under, that you're telling everybody that you're living in a better place than you actually are.
So you say, I'm fine.
I'm fine. So when I'm doing work with people, one-on-one especially, I use what's called a feeling wheel to make sure that I give them permission to feel whatever they're feeling. Because the only way for the little girl, Lisa, to live as the woman, Lisa, is for Lisa to take care of the little girl.
Okay, so you just said a lot. I told y'all, this is what she do to me. But I want us to end this segment with this. You said one of the words that connects us in this work: permission. To this audience of men, women, young, old, abused, neglected, happy, chilling, life is good. How would you extend to them the awareness that they have permission? They have permission. And they don't have to wait for somebody else to come and sprinkle fairy dust on them, that it's a decision that they make. What would you say to that woman who's saying, I deserve this pain, or I deserve what happened to me, and all of the fruit of my life as it stands right now is my fault. It's the end result of my decisions.
Well, let me backtrack. You asked me what was my first step. My first step was acknowledging that I had pain. The next step, which is a courageous step, is knowing that I have to do something about the pain.
Right.
It's not easy.
Right.
It is a very, very, very difficult step to make. It's not so hard to know that you need to make it, but actually stepping, being honest with one other individual, will free you to make the step. Girl, this is what I'm going through. I have been living a lie. I have believed the lie. And I want to do something different.
Yeah.
Find that one person that you can be honest enough with to say, my life is a hot, stinking mess right now. And I want to do something different.
Right.
And I promise you, you will find a place that you can begin to do your work. Because you will then be free enough to search it out. I would love to say, reach out to me, healgirlsrock.com. And that's absolutely available. But I want you to make sure that you are willing and ready to do the work. Because one thing we typically do once we start the work is once we start to feel better, we stop.
Right.
It's like an antibiotic when you had a flu. As soon as the antibiotic starts to work and you start to feel better, you don't think you need to finish the bottle. But to do your deep work, you have to stay on the journey. and you have to stay in community, because community is what's going to hold you accountable. It's going to hold your arms up when you get weak. It's going to push you. It's going to become the wind beneath your wings. I promise you, because you say you're a student, but there have been moments when I've needed you to hold my arms up so that I would stay on my journey. And I'm the one trained to do the work. So those are the things. It's important to give yourself permission to say, that hurt.
Right.
That hurt.
Right.
And I'm not going to lie and say that it didn't anymore.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a big step.
That's a huge step.
That's a big step.
And so if you are watching this video and something that was said resonated with you, we invite you to comment below, make contact by email or by social media handle to Lisa Johnson. She is trained, gifted, and capable of coming alongside you in your healing journey. It is, I can say, a powerful experience. It's not easy.
But it's worth it.
But it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. So if you or someone you know could benefit from the services provided by Lisa Johnson, share this video with them. Be that friend. Be that courageous friend that says, I see you. I see you. And I might not have all the tools. I might not have all the knowledge to get you where you want to go, but I can share this information with you. And I can support you in that way while you take those beginning courageous steps to start walking this out. Okay?
May I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
I shared with Sheila that it was the summer of 2016, and I've been doing this work since 2008, that I'd gotten up off of my sofa. I wasn't having a bad night or anything, but I was going up my stairs, and I heard little girl Lisa say, "Can you pick me up?" And I sat on my stairs. This is a year ago. I sat on my stairs and rocked me. Because I'd finally integrated the wounded Lisa who had begun her healing journey with the grown-up Lisa who wanted to rock her and let her know, welcome home. Yeah. There's an old African proverb that says, when you greet someone and they say, I see you, the response is, I'm here. I am here. So, my dear friends, we see you.
We see you. We see you. And you have permission to say, I am here. I am here. Well, Miss Lisa, goodness gracious, she did it again. I promise y'all, I'm going to need a timeout. Like, I'm going to have to go sit in a corner somewhere. But if you want more information about this work, if you have a question, because we're going to start doing this regularly because there is far too much information compacted in this short woman to keep it to herself. And I know that this is her season. This is the time for her to be mobile and instrumental throughout not just the body of Christ, but the community. Absolutely. So that we can heal together. We can heal together. So this has been another quick vignette from the battle station. We thank you so much for jumping on this journey with us, for watching these videos, for liking, sharing, loving. We love all the hearts and all that good stuff. So, but we want you to share. We want you to take it in, eat what's for you first. Put your mask on, get what you need out of these sessions. And then we want you to share it with somebody, because every single one of you has someone in your circle that you can see and you know you're drowning. You're drowning a little bit. You're drowning a little bit, but here's a life raft. And here's an opportunity for you to get on the journey with some support that's willing and able and qualified to help you along the way. Okay? All right. So thank you so much for tuning in. Share this video. If you need to get in touch, you can contact us through our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The Battle Station, 15 Minutes of Grace, Healed Girls Rock, and Lisa's other social media handle is Woman with Worth. And so if you Google any of that, if you get on Facebook, you get on Instagram, and you search on any of those handles, you can find us, okay? So until next time, be well from us here at the Baptist Station.